back to my channel. It's your girl Tabby and I'm back with another video. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And if you're old, Wadidooo baby, thank you very much for coming back, clicking on this video, liking, commenting, subscribing and doing all the other amazing stuff. The reason I'm actually holding my collar is because this is my second time recording, because I recorded the story time before and the collar was like this. So now I need to do it again. But yeah, anyway, I'm back with another story time because someone actually wrote in my comment and they were like, in the comment section, and they were like, listen, Tabi, thank you very much for the vlogs. We appreciate them. We see proof of life. You are alive and well. But where are the story times? Where is the podcast? And I can explain, but I'll explain in another video. Number two, I know that the sound is not giving what it's supposed to give, and I can explain that too. It's because you guys remember the podcast drama, not the podcast drama, the pod track drama. So yeah, story for another time as well. Anyway, I'm here with the story time, and I hope this story is going to be helpful to some of you guys who actually want to come to China. So take this as a warning, as a South African teacher who wants to move to China, or as just a teacher that I think this would be helpful to just everybody, you know, who wants to come to China, just to pay attention and be cautious. This is an experience that I went through, and of course, if something happened to me, it doesn't mean it's going to happen to you, but it's just a story time, okay? So anyway, I remember I came to you guys and I shared with you guys the difficulties that we're facing as teachers of color. You know, like finding a job was a bit stressful. It wasn't as easy as we used to like have it before, because, you know, something was happening in the market. There was like a glitch in the matrix, which happens to be the English sector, the English teaching sector. And I told you guys that now the salaries are dropping, and as a teacher of color, it wasn't easy for you to actually secure a job, right? So I started looking for a job around the beginning of the year, this year. So let's say around February, March, because my contract was ending at the end of August, and I knew Guti, I needed to secure something as early as possible, because I could tell that me at my school, oh, baby, I am not coming back. I knew I was not coming back. The signs were there, you know? Okay, sharp. So anyway, I started applying around February, March, April, May. Nothing is happening. Like, I'm not getting recruiters' responses. I am speaking to every recruiter, even recruiters that I know, like this one. I know this one is useless. But I would apply, because I would be like, you know, you just never know, you know, because some recruiters, honestly, they are not going to help you with anything. They are just there as recruiters, and some are now making you pay money. And another thing, guys, please, if a recruiter is telling you you need to pay some money, or we are going to give you a contract, but you must give us a portion of your salary at the beginning of the month, at the beginning of your first month's salary, don't take those jobs. Schools pay recruiters to look for you. There's no need for a recruiter to be paid by you and to be paid by the school. That doesn't make sense. They play on your desperation. They know you're desperate. You need this opportunity, so they're gonna play in your face. Don't allow anybody play in your face, baby. Okay, sharp. Okay, so I was looking for a job during those months. Around April, I called my school and I asked them, I was at my school. Then I asked them if they're going to renew my contract for the next year. And they're like, they don't know. They're still waiting for June to see if there's more kids that are going to come in, because, you know, there was a shortage of kids, which is a true thing, because a lot of kindergartens had to shut down, a lot of schools had to shut down. So that part I know they were not lying about. So I'm like, okay, fine, no problem. Around May, I was going to go home on the 10th of June. And I wanted to know, like, if I go on the 10th of June, am I still going to be coming back at my school? Or I can just tell them, I mean, guys, on the 10th of June, I'm just going to go home and come back when I have to start at the new school at the beginning of the new term, which was in September. But I couldn't get the answer. But okay, sharp, that doesn't mean you shouldn't look for a job. You should look for a job. I start looking for a job, and around May, I think it was like early May, I get an invite, right? So on WeChat, you can tell how a person added you. It's either they added you on like from a group, or they added you with your number, or they added you with your ID, WeChat ID. So when I received this invite, I'm like, this invite showed that I was added with my number. I'm like, okay, sharp, no problem, I accept. And when I accept, this recruiter is like, this person is like, hi, are you looking for a job? I'm like, yeah, I am looking for a job, yabo. And they're like, okay, sharp, can you please send us your CV and your introduction video? And I do that. I send them my CV and my introduction video. That's normal stuff. Cool. Okay. So this lady then asked me, when are you going to be available to do an interview? Then I ask, where did you get my WeChat from? Or like, yes, where did you get my number from? How did you add me on WeChat? Yabo? And then this lady says, we got it from your CV. I'm like, where? Who did you get my CV from? Because I know recruiters that I send my CV to. So I didn't send my CV to you. So how did you get a hold of the CV? And then she says, your CV was given to us by Bryce. Yabo? Guys, I don't know anybody. But then I'm like, okay, maybe Bryce is another recruiter, because I remember I even called one of my friends and I was like, yo, I got an invite from a school and the school wants to do an interview with me. And when I'm busy doing my background checks, because the thing was just so random, you know? When I want to do my background checks, they're saying that they got my CV from a person called Bryce. And one of my friends is like, I think there is a recruiter called Bryce. Maybe that's him. But I'm like, no, I've never spoken to any recruiter named Bryce. But okay, fine. You know, God works in mysterious ways. Don't ever question God's way of doing. Uzwin? Amen. Sharp. So again, I do my interview. Oh, so I go back to her and I'm like, oh, I am available for an interview. And she's asking me when. Would like to do the interview with you today. And I'm like, no, I don't think today is going to be possible. I think, I don't know what was I doing on the day, but I was like, no, I don't think, I was like, no, I don't think I'm going to be able to do the interview with you guys today. And they're like, okay, how about tomorrow? And I'm like, tomorrow, perfect, I can make it. So tomorrow comes. When tomorrow comes, they create a group. There is the HR of the school and there is the owner of the school, who is the one that added me. Okay, sharp. So I look at the you know, like the thing where like you can see where a person lives or where the person is from. Lapana, I am seeing United Kingdom. I'm like, hey, man. Hi, okay, sharp. So they create the group and then they're like, they're going to, like, we're going to do the interview. I think it was going to be around 6 p.m. on that day. And they're like, okay, fine, no problem. In the afternoon, I go home and I prepare for the interview. I fix my hair. I was a pretty girl, you know. Then the HR texts me on the group and she's like, I'm going to be a bit late for the interview, so can we postpone and make it after 6? I'm like, okay, no problem, we can make it after 6. I go think about 20 past 6. She says, no, can I just do the interview with you now? Because I feel like I'm going to take time to actually get to the house and prepare for the interview. So if you don't mind, I'm still in the car. I'm on my way going. I don't mind doing the interview with you now. So do you mind doing the interview whilst I'm in the car? And I'm telling you, I have my own things to do, Pena. It's fine. Let's do the interview now. We do the interview. She's calling me. And when she's calling me, I answer. I'm sitting. The interview starts. She's asking me questions like, where are you now? I'm telling her, I'm in Suzhou. She's like, okay, do you know that the school is in Shenzhen? I'm like, yeah, I know the school is in Shenzhen because the principal had already told me that the school is in Shenzhen. And I was excited about this opportunity because I'd always wanted to move to the south because the south is a bit warm and like, even if it's cold, it's not as cold as here, but also not as cold as the north, you know? So I'm like, yeah, change of scenery. I was so excited about that because when I was applying for schools, I would always make sure I bring the Shenzhen part, you get. She's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I know that the school is in Shenzhen. And then she's like, okay, since you know that the school is in Shenzhen, when would you be able to come? I'm like, okay, when do you guys need me to come? This is around May, ne? When do you need me to come? They're like, oh, you can come around August because we have summer camp, or you can make it at the beginning of the semester, which is September, the new semester. And I'm like, okay, I'm looking for a school at the beginning of the next semester because I am going to be ending my contract with my current school on the 30th of August. And then she's like, so if you have to leave, like, because you need to come probably like a week earlier from the school semester, from the beginning of the new school semester, do you think you'll be able to do that? I'm like, no, I think that would be possible because my school wouldn't mind that. Then at this time, Nami, I haven't had the answer because my current school is busy telling me, oh no, we are gonna tell you in June. They said they said in June, we're gonna tell you in June. So I'm waiting for that. And then they're like, okay, so what experience do you have? At that time, I was working at a Montessori school. So I'm telling them I work at a Montessori school. And they're like, oh yeah, also our school is a Montessori school. So that's actually one of the reasons why we're interested in you, because we also want people who have experience working at at a Montessori school. And then she's like, okay, yeah, so what is your salary expectation? I tell her my salary expectation. And she's like, okay, sharp, we're going to send you the contract. And then you can sign the contract, read it, and let us know what you think, and then bring it back to us. Guys, okay, sharp, no problem. I am going to do that. And I'm going to, I'm just excited, okay? But then now, my excitement is not the excitement of, oh my God, I got a school. Nah? My excitement is relief. That, okay, first of all, ever since I applied in February, this is my first interview ever. It's my first interview. So I'm relieved. But okay, at least now I won't be in the job market. I won't be looking for a job. So so they're like, we're gonna send you the contract. They send me the contract. First things first, guys, one thing about me, guys, and the first thing I will always look at in a contract is money. Money. I flipped the contract. Okay, well, they sent me an electronic one. Boom. Nice salary. Hi, guys. Guys, even if I am not doubting God's work, I am not doubting God's miracles, but you know, there's things that you look at and you're like, ow. Smaragda knows nothing about the situation. This one, guys, that contract was too good to be true. So they offered me 28,000 RMBs after tax. 28,000 RMBs after tax, and they're also offering me 10,000 RMBs for housing allowance. I know Shenzhen is expensive, but considering what the job market looks like right now, and considering my color, here I'm being honest. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being honest. Maybe it's also because I overthink a lot of things, and sometimes things just need to make simple logic sense. They don't have to be like, but simple logic, you know? So I'm like, this is too good to be true. It's too good to be true, but I'm like, okay, fine, it's okay. So I send them a message. I'm like, I see on the contract that you guys have winter holidays, but I don't see anything about summer holidays. Do you have those? They're like, yeah, we have them. It's a month. And I'm like, okay, but then they're not in the contract, so please put them in the contract. And then, do you have sick days? They're like, yeah, we have sick leave days. We have 7 days. I'm like, okay, please also add that into the contract because it's not there. And they're like, okay, sharp. We're gonna do that. Like, guys, every time when I would come and say, no, what about this? What about that? They'll be like, Tat, take your worship. Sharp. So they send me the new contract now, and the new contract says all of these things. I'm like, okay, sharp, thank you. I think I went into some groups where I know some people live in Shenzhen, and I screenshotted the name of the kindergarten because at that time I thought it was a kindergarten. I sent it to the group. I'm asking, does anyone know this kindergarten? And everyone was just quiet. And then I asked, then I think one lady asked me, is it in Shenzhen? I'm like, yes, it's in Shenzhen. And she's like, I've never heard of this school before. So, Yabona guys, red flag number one, when I looked at that name was not giving kindergarten vibes. I'm not saying I know all the names of the schools in China, but you know, we are born in the agency, Pagat. We are born in the scammer. You can see something that is man-made, not natural. You know? Anyway, I digress. So anyway, I shop. Everyone just keeps quiet. I'm like, okay, maybe it's a school that is not known. Yabo. I signed the contract and I sent the contract back to them. They asked for a picture of my passport so that they can like put like the proper details and stamp the contract and send it to me. How they do that? They stamp the contract and they send it to me. And then, okay, now the deal is done. I call my friends, I tell them, hey guys, I got a job, what. And my school and my friends are like, oh my God, we're so happy for you. Like I called most of my friends and the people that I was in the job market with, feeling frustrated and looking for a job. Because we would check up on each other from time to time, you know, just asking like, yo, bro, what's happening? Did you get a job? What's going on? You know? And there were a lot of people who were also like, you know, like sending me jobs. Yo, guys, let me tell you something. In China. In China, yeah, I have my reservations when it comes to some people. But let me tell you, the love is there sometimes, Hashem. The love is there. I remember like there would be people who would be sending me messages like on inbox, you know, like, oh, I found this job. I saw this job. There's this recruiter who posted this job. Try to apply for this job. Some would talk to their schools, you know, and ask. And guys, be better. Like, every time that you would just be hitting a brick wall, a wall. There was no going forward in that thing. But okay, sharp, like, yo guys, I'm sorry, wait. Thank you so much to everyone who used to do that. Like, I appreciate you guys so much. Back to the story. Anyway, yeah, so also the people that were all like in the same market with looking for a job, we are calling each other like, yo bro, did you get a job? I'm like, yeah, I got the job eventually. They're like, oh man, we are so happy for you. Nami Kosama, I'm so happy. Yes, one. But I'm not happy like, you know, the happy. I'm just relieved to go see. Yo. I came out of the crocodile's mouth. Anyway, okay, sharp. So let me tell you guys something interesting. Ne? You know, these people, the way they played on my feelings like a grand piano. This lady, when she's busy interviewing me, I don't know if I asked the question or she just voluntarily told me that thing. But I remember she did mention something about them loving African teachers because she, for example, she's married to an African man and they also have an African Chinese child. She's showing me the child and she's like, yeah, so you are going to be safe with us. We're going to look after you. You don't have to worry about anything. In our school, everyone is like a family, you know. We take each other as sisters and brothers more than colleagues. One thing about it, guys, once the school starts saying we are a family, hey, forget about it. Forget about it. Sure. And then she said that. And then when she was about to send me the contract in the group, she then also sent me a picture of her husband, and a kid. Hello, SSC has got no shame. No shame whatsoever, madama. Anyway, she sends me, okay, so yeah, that is the weird thing that happened. But at that time, I didn't like really think of it, yabo. So that was, I guess, red flag number 1. And then red flag number 2 was the money, okay? Red flag number 3, these people, they would, I don't know, maybe it's because I also have trust issues, I don't know. But with me, if a school, like let's say you get a school, right, a job, and you sign the contract, you do everything. I feel like the only time they talk to you is when you guys are supposed to do your process. You give them your documents, and you guys start the whole thing, and everything is done. Yeah, but the thing with that school is they would always text me twice every week. Yes. The first time it happened, this lady sent me a text. She's like, hello, Tabi. I'm like, hi, how are you? And she's like, I'm good. I'm like, I'm also good. Now in my mind, I'm thinking, like, there's no reason. Because this was around May. Yabo, it's still May. Like, I'm asking myself, like, there's no reason for you to be texting me. So unless something is up, maybe they've changed their mind, they felt like I wasn't a good candidate for them anymore. Maybe they want the other people because I fall under the other people. Like, those were the things that were going on in my mind, you know. I wasn't really thinking much into it. So I'm like, yes, is everything okay? Because I want to know if I still stand a chance of a competition and I'm eliminated. And it's just like, because one thing about it, guys, if you sign a contract to the school, as long as there's no work permit, a school has the right to teach you. And you also have the right to teach the school. You didn't hear this from me, but you heard it from me. I get, so I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's one of those things, Yabo. So I'm not saying it happens, but it happens. I'm not saying, Uguti, it's the right thing to do, but it happens. Yabo, I'm letting you know that I'm letting you alert that these things do happen. Sharp. I get, so in the process of, so yeah, so I'm asking, is everything okay? She's like, yeah, everything is fine. I was just checking up on you. How, guys? I'm like, oh, okay, thank you, yabo. And then she's like, yeah, nothing is going on. We are so excited to meet up with you and for you to come and join us and work with us. Now thinking about it, guys, saying realize these people were still checking if they are stupid. It's still stupiding. You get? Aha. So anyway, I'm like, oh no, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But something in me is like, man, something is not right with the school. Like, something is not the school, but something is not right about this whole thing. I sent them a message. I'm like, can you please send me the school's location, the school's name? Because the one that was in the contract, remember when I asked in the groups, no one was replying or was saying they know the school or they don't know the school. So obviously, if you don't get a reply, no one knows the school, so they don't know the school. So I sent the lady a message. I'm like, can you please send me the location of the school, the name of the school, and the WeChat page of the school? Because most schools have WeChat pages where they post stuff. It's like their advertisement. It's like a channel. They advertise themselves. So I'm like, I want to also see that just to see what it's like. This is really a legit school. Because why no one knows about the school? Hey, yo. I shall play me like a grand piano, my dear. Yes, about Nicki Minaj, play me like a grand piano. Because why did they send me a school's location that is verified? I mean, a school's WeChat page that is verified. They sent me the school's location. And then the name of the school, obviously, it's in the school's WeChat. So, I mean, it's in the school's WeChat account. So, it's a legit school. I get... My problem was when I was pressing on the school's location, when I would look at the school's location, I'm like, I see the kindergarten, but I don't know. It was just like, like I wasn't feeling confident. Yes, guys, my guardian angels were looking at me like this, and they were like, Tabi, open thy eyes. Open thy eyes. So anyway, again, I'm like, okay, I look at the map. Oh, the school looks like it's closer to the beach as well. I'm like, oh my God, Zobengi beach babe. Yes, one. Zobengi fine. I'm a bikini going to the beach with my dog, baby. You understand? Mina sengicabangela phambili. Yo! Hey. Okay. So, okay, I'm like, okay, I guess it is a legit school, yeah, but imagine my problem is they do it, the texting thing, I was checking up on you, they do it again. And imagine this lady is calling me a sister. Hello, sister. I'm like, guys, I know not all schools are bad, ne? But please, don't force your niceness down my throat. Because once you do that, now I know you're not nice. You don't make it look too good to be real. If it was just another person, I'd be like, oh, okay. But bro, you are a whole institution. Are you checking up on all the people that work at your institution? You know? Okay, sharp. Fast forward now I think it was like at the end, towards the end of May. I called them and I text them, hi, can I please go and do my medical checks? Do I have to do them here in Suzhou, or I would have to wait until I move to Shenzhen? And they're like, either or is fine. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do them in Suzhou because I wanted, in case, because I was leaving on the 10th, going home, in case I don't have to come back, at least all my stuff is sorted. My only thing is to just send the stuff over to them so that they can start with the paperwork and all of that stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go and do my medicals. So the day before I go and do my medicals, now the date is set, everything is fine. There's another group that I'm in, and there was a lady who sent a message, and in the message she was actually asking about a school, not the school that I'm going to, but another school that is also in Shenzhen, but the school is it's a Canadian school, but it's in Shenzhen. So the lady wanted to know if the school is legit and if the school, like, is selling what they are saying they are selling. So someone replies in the group and they're like, that school is a scam. The school does exist because it does have a website and stuff, but there's people in the background who are using the name of the school to actually scam people. Like, guys, there were people who would pay money, like people would pay money and they would lose their money because the school, they eventually find out that the schools are scams. So please, guys, I don't know if I said this before, but in case I say this, I'm gonna say it again. Don't pay money for schools. Don't. I beg of you, don't do it. I digress, okay, guys. Hi. So, niyabona manje lapha bayasho ukuthi the school is in Shenzhen. It's not my school, but I'm like, scammer. And phela nami manje lana, remember I have trust issues with my school, my new school. Hi man, listen, no, I'll get to the bottom of this. So the next day, I send them a message. I'm like, can you please send me the name and the address of the school? And then I went to the HR, but I actually texted in the group. Because every time when I would text the boss of the school, the owner of the school, like, she would always take her own time to reply. And the HR lady would always reply. So I'm like, okay, let me ask her. Let me ask both of them. Whoever this is the message first is going to send me the address first. I send them the address. At this point, I'm standing at the hospital. I didn't really need it for that. But just to keep myself, like, something in me was just like, Snoop. Because one thing about it, Mina, I'm a findiologist. If I am looking for something and I'm serious, I will find it, baby. I will find it. And on that day, I was serious. So I'm like, can you please send me the school's address? The school's proper address and the name, so that they can write it on the school's on the hospital's invoice. And then the HR lady replies, she's like, the principal is gonna give it to you. I mean, I work for you. Okay, I don't work for you as yet, but I already signed a contract with you. You are interested in me. You are even calling me sister. But you can't give me the school's address. Kanti, guys, let me tell you something. Mele ngabe ngabona lapho ke ukuthi nje. Yashada yonto. Pa, la khalipani. Because that is when my problems started. So that lady then says to me, no, the principal is gonna send it to you. I'm like, why are you saying the principal is gonna send it to me? Why don't you send it to me? You know? And then at that time they were still trying to cook an address that they can give to me. They give me the address. They give me the address. I look at the address, hey Baba. This address, Wara Shenzhen, floor number 23, room number 076, Shenzhen. Hi. Guys, I'm not trying to be funny, but this is not Joburg. We don't have kindergartens in buildings. In a building, there's a floor where there's a kindergarten. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. medula oplongata. I know that this thing is not true. So I sent them a message. I'm like, kindergarten address, not a whatever office address, or I don't know what you guys are giving me. And then she's like, oh no, you can use this one for now, and then we are gonna send you the one for the kindergarten later on. I'm like, khona into eyenzakalayo la kuzoliwa la. Here? Yeah, kuzoliwa la. So I called my friends. I feel like at that time, I was like, yeah, this is a scam. I just didn't have proof that this is a scam. But already saying, this is a scam. Yabo. I sent my friends messages. I'm like, yo guys, the school that I got, it's a scam. And they're like, but what do you mean it's a scam? How do you know it's a scam? I'm like, because they failed to give me the school's kindergarten address. I mean, they failed to give me the kindergarten's address. So that means it's probably a kindergarten that doesn't exist. Or it's a school that, like, they have no connection to the school. And then my friend is like, but they gave you the school's account, right? I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, send me the school's WeChat account, the channel. I'm like, okay, sharp. I send it to her. And then she looks for the number and then she sends back the number to me. She's like, call the school and ask if they know these two people and if this school is a legit school. I'm like, okay, thank you so much. I call my other friends. I call, hey. Sanya Peniska. I am penisking, Gamanj. Yes, the reason I'm penisking is because I know if this turns out to be a lie, I'm as good as dead. I'm as good as dead. Take me now, my savior, I come to thee. Hey. Anyway, oh sorry, Hank is here as well. So anyway, my friend sends me the number and then I call yes. She sends me the number, we meet up later for dinner, and then we are now calling the school. I call the school, and the lady on the other side does not understand what I'm saying to her. And then I'm like, okay, can I add you on WeChat? She's like, yeah, I add her on WeChat. When I add her on WeChat, I'm asking her, like, oh, is this the school, Warawa, the one on the WeChat, Warawa? She's like, yeah, that's our school. And I'm like, oh, I received an offer with your school, and I'm supposed to start as an English teacher on this date. And the lady's like, our school? I'm like, yeah, I just signed a contract a few weeks ago and I sent it to you guys. And she's like, what are you going to be teaching? I'm like, I'm going to be teaching English. She's like, but we don't even have an English department in this school. We don't teach English in this school. This is an old Chinese school. And then I'm like, is the school not a Montessori school? She's like, yeah, it is. I'm like, hey, okay, do you know so and so and so and so? And she's like, no, I don't know those people. I'm like, do you work for the HR? She's like, yes, I work for the HR. And I don't know who these people are. Hey, yeah. Yabona lapho bese ngithi naso ke latu mizulu baba. Actually, it was crying for me, Shem. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. And it's just like, what's going on? Then I explained the story. Oh, I got an invite from this agent. The agent was offering me a job. They offered me a job. I signed the contract, and then I'm going to be working at your school at the beginning of the new term. So I don't know what you mean. You don't know the school, but thank you very much for the information. I guess someone out there is using your guy's school name to actually like lure teachers. And just like, we are not even aware of this. We don't even know this. But thank you very much for letting us know. I'm also going to take it up with management because we have no idea. Please be careful. Wara. I'm like, okay, sharp. Then I go back to these two thieveries. These liars. The scammers. I go back to them. And I'm like, hi guys. So, can I please ask? Are you guys gonna send me the school's location or address or not? But I know the truth. I'm like, are you gonna send me the location, the school's address or not? They're like, oh, the school's address. The thing is, we have a lot of school. I'm like, wait, are you a recruiter or are you an agent or you are a school. Oh, actually, we are a recruiter that works with a lot of schools, and the school that we had wanted to place you in, they found another teacher, so now we want to place you in another school. We already got the school for you, please don't worry. And I'm like, no, my thing is I want to come and view the school. Oh, before I actually asked them, are you a recruiter or a school? I told them the reason I want the school's location and address is because I want to come to Shenzhen and visit the school and see it with my own eyes before I make any commitments with them. And then she's like, oh yeah, you can come and see the school, but it's not that school that we had wanted to give to you. We're a recruitment agency that works with a lot of schools. We already got a job, a school for you in another place. I'm like, okay, so why did you lie and say you are a school? Yeah, we are a school. It's just that we're a school that is that is in charge of all the other schools. Yes, ngabona ukuthi man. Yeah, I'm being taken for a ride, and I don't know where this ride is going to. Probably it's going to Josh Koch because it's definitely not going to Sentin. What do you mean? What? Explain that thing to me like you're explaining to a 5-year-old, because right now I think as an English teacher I don't understand what you're saying to me. What do you mean? Yeah, so much. And then they're like, yeah, but we can send you a location of the new school. They send me a location of the new school, and they send me a page, another widget page for the school that they're talking about. So I ask, are there any new teachers at the school? My friend is just like, yo, when I share uneskati. Yes, uneskati. You are supposed to tell these people where to get off right now. I'm like, some things need some inner chakras. You must not rush. Rest. Yeah, I wish I listened to her, because that was a waste of my time, busy talking to them, knowing very well they think I'm stupid, you know? So, they are like, we have, this is the name of I asked them, does the school have teachers, like other teachers? No, it's currently a new school, but yeah, there's going to be new teachers. I look at the location, I zoom in the location. This thing is in a complex. Yes, guys, on my forehead is written, boo-boo the fool. I am the stupid. Because, well, what do you mean? So I asked them, this thing shows a location of a complex. Where is the kindergarten? The kindergarten apparently is inside the school. Is inside the complex. Are you, you know, this thing, just spill the water, because there's no millimeter. Our teacher manza ayikho lempupu. Ayikho lempupu. Ayo. So then I just let them know at the end, it's okay, listen guys, first of all, I don't think I'm interested in working with you guys anymore, because you guys lied to me and said you guys are a school, knowing very well that you are not a school. You could have been honest from the beginning and said that you guys are a recruiter. I'm not interested in working with recruiters, so I don't think this is gonna work. And yes, in my mind, I am still asking myself, like, what were they going to do? Because they didn't ask me for money, but they were definitely going to do something. Were they going to like register me to the school, or they were going to just drop me like it's hot when it's time for me to get a school? Imagine if I decided, okay, fine, I knew I didn't want to come back to my school, but if they had given me an opportunity to come back, I was going to come back, because the job market sucked at the time. There was in no way I was guaranteed because I was going to get a new job. So let's say I didn't get a job. Okay, well, let's say I was like, I didn't go and find all this information, and I'm like, I have a school, I don't care. Because I remember at my school, they kept on prolonging this whole thing, and I was supposed to go home at the time. I needed to go home on the 10th. And then they were like, no, we're going to tell you in July, after the summer holidays, that the kids are going to come back. That the kids are going to come back or not. How many kids are we going to have? Are we going to need all the teachers? And I was like, I need to know if I'm coming back or not coming back. And they were like, chill, we are going to tell you. Okay? Imagine if in my mind I was like, Avela already have a job. I don't care. If I had bumpered on my school, what was gonna happen? Hey, guys, please be careful. Yes, please be careful. Don't be like me. Don't love money. Yes, I know we come here to work for the money, but they will use that money against you. If you know something is too good to be true, especially if you don't have, I'm not saying sell yourself short, but if you don't have experience and you know what the current market is looking like, and like, put all things into consideration, do research. I don't know what type of research am I going to tell you guys to do, because even the research that we tell you guys to do, like go and ask, they are going to play you. If it's your turn to be played, they're going to play you. Okay? They played me, but fortunate enough, everything always happens for a reason, baby. Because, then my school decided to come back to me and tell me, no, we don't want you anymore. It's over between us. Hey! And then I had to look for a job. And that is when, say hi, Nana. Say hello to the people. And that is when I actually came to tell you guys, I'm now looking for a job. I don't know how it was going to turn out. Story for another day. You guys know the story. But yeah, anyway, guys, just be careful. Do your thorough research. Ask those schools. Like, I don't know what's going to look for what exactly. Because, like I said, when it's your turn to be played, it's going to be your turn to be played. But just be careful of them scammers, because there is a lot of them. There are a lot of them, and I'm so shocked and disappointed that, because you would be thinking, okay, like this is a safe country, so you are not expecting stuff like this to happen. But unfortunately, there's people who are gonna play on your vulnerability. They're gonna play on your desperation, and they are gonna play on what they know you want the most, and they are gonna have you where they want you, and it's not gonna end well. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in and for watching and for liking and commenting and subscribing. I promise I'm gonna do better with sit downs and story times moving forward. Vlogs here and there, I get it, here and there, but I'll try my best to come back with story times. But this was more like a story time, but also just an experience that I shared like just to give you guys a warning. And thank you so much for watching. It is what it is. If it ain't it, then it wasn't it. All the way from China. Until next time, mwah. I love you guys so much. Ciao.